Bienvenido a otro video del Colegio Boston. No olvides suscribirte, activar la campanita, darle like y compartir.
Hi, hello everybody, how are you today? Well, my name is Mitsuko Caballero and today we are going to practice some lessons related to vocabulary and also grammar, okay? These lessons are very simple because you already know. You know these vocabulary words and also this lesson about grammar just is to refresh your memory, to prepare and to practice for your certification. So let's start, guys. Well, we are going to practice a vocabulary related to appliances, okay? And the simple past form, the lesson of simple past. Now, we are going to continue. What are these appliances that we are going to practice? These vocabulary words, you have already know them. Just we are going to refresh them, okay? Your memory. So we have toaster, microwave, television, a stove, a washing machine, refrigerator, clock, oven, air conditioner, cooker, a mixer, iron, lamp, etc. Okay, water purifier, air conditioner, television, etc. So these vocabulary words, you know them, okay? Very well, just practice them at home. So time to practice vocabulary. We are going to start with the activities. Here, let's practice vocabulary related to electrical appliances, okay? So we are going to practice. You have to read the sentences and write the appliance or device that the sentences refers to. So let's start. I'm going to read the sentences and then you have to give me the answer. You use this to keep your food cool. You use this appliance or device to keep your food cool. So we talk about fridge. Very well. Fridge, or remember that also it could be refrigerator, okay? You can, both are correct. 2, you use this to watch movies at home. It is simple, pretty simple. It is television, okay? Very well. 3, you use to heat your food. Use to heat your food. What is the appliance, the device? Cooker, okay? Then you use it to boil water. It could be the stove, the micro oven, because you can boil water there too, or also in the cooker, okay? 3 are correct one. Use this when you want to listen to music. Excellent music. I love music. So, what do you use to listen to music? Radio. And what do you use to wash your clothes? Okay, to do the laundry. A washing machine, okay? And if you need to call your friends, what do you use? A mobile phone or a cell phone. 8. Use this to dry your hair. After you take a shower, you can use this hair dryer. To make your coffee in the morning, or your father, your mom, what do they use for? A coffee maker. And use this to access the internet. Well, we know that we can access from our cell phones or mobile phones, but also we can use another appliances like a laptop or computer. And 11, use this to light your room. It could be a lamp, or also we can say lights or light bulbs, okay? Very well. So now we continue with another practice about vocabulary. Here we are, okay? Here we go again with the vocabulary. You have to unscramble the words. To unscramble the words, we have this number 1, new cell phone, to wanted by, okay? Think about the words. 2, My dad knew a thought TV need we at home. 3. Wasn't the rice working cooker well? 4. MP3 player. I your borrow could. 5. Boyfriend, my digital camera bowed out to me. Okay, so here we have the answers. How could it be these answers? I like this movement. So the answers could be 1. I wanted to buy the new cell phone. Wanted. Remember that the grammar that we are going to practice is about simple past, okay? I wanted to buy the new cell phone. 2. My dad thought we need a new TV at home. Oh, it's a good idea. 3. The rice cooker wasn't working well, so it's time to buy another one. 4. Could I borrow your MP3 player? Now it is a question, okay? And 5. My boyfriend bought a digital camera to me. Ah, so cute, okay? Very well. So this is also the vocabulary that you need to practice, okay? Appliances. So now let's practice grammar. And in grammar, remember that, as I told you some minutes ago, we are going to practice simple past tense. So, how we are going to practice it? Remember, first, pretty simple. We have the simple past of the verb to be. If we talk about the present, we can say he is tall. But if we are talking about the past, we are going to say, if we go to the past, he was short, because when he was little, okay, a little kid, he was short. So this is the difference between the simple past of the verb to be, okay? Instead of use is, we are going to use was. But now, here we go with the structure, okay? So in the simple past, we have singular and plural forms. For singular, we are going to use was, and for plurals, we are going to use were. So he says, note that the past singular requires was for the first, I, and the third person, okay? I was, he was, she was, it was, singular forms. And for where, we are going to use, okay, the second person pronoun, okay? We are going to use for all of the plurals were. You were, we were, you were, and they were. So now, remember that the simple past indicates something happened at a specific time in the past. For example, her house was built in 1987, okay? So when was the house built? It was built in 1987. So this is the simple past. Was, we are talking about the house, okay? Singular. Well, now we continue. The simple past, okay, so we already practiced the simple past of the verb to be using was or were. If it's were in negative, we can say it wasn't or weren't. It's pretty simple. But now we go to the simple past. The simple past is called simple past, past simple, whatever you want to call it, okay? But it is going to use when we talk or when we want to express completed actions in the past. Remember, in the past. When we are going to use it, it is often used with an adverb or an adverbial phrase that specifies a time from the past, such as yesterday, last month, last week, last year, an hour ago, 2 days ago, 3 months ago, etc. Okay? So we can say, I worked until 3 a.m. yesterday. It is a completed action in the past that finishes at 3 in the morning yesterday, okay? I worked until 3 a.m. Yesterday. Understand? I think that it's pretty simple, okay? Now, we continue with the structure. Here we are going to see positive and negative sentences. To talk about positive sentences or affirmative, it's when we tell that what did happen, okay? What did happen? For example, I went to the park. And in negative, when the reader said, what didn't happen? What didn't happen? Example, she didn't enjoy the movie. So now, what is the difference between affirmative and negative? In the affirmative, we say, I went. My verb is in simple past. And here the negative, she didn't enjoy the movie, okay? I use an auxiliary, did, that is going to show me that it's in past, that it refers to past, but with the contraction of not, didn't, and the verb goes in simple form. We are going to see later, okay? So continue with the structure. Simple past. How do we form? You know this structure. Affirmative. What do we use to make affirmative sentences? Subject, verb in past, and the complement, okay? Remember that you can use in the complement a time expression or an adverbial phrase, yesterday, last year, 2 days ago, etc. Okay? Then for the negative, we are going to use the same subject, but now we are going to use did, the auxiliary did, and the word not. But if we want to make it smaller, we are going to use a contraction. Instead of say did not, we can say didn't. It's possible. Subject plus did or not, plus not, plus the verb in simple form plus the complement. It is the difference that I talked in the slide before, okay? So in affirmative, the verb goes in past. In negative, the verb goes in simple form because you are using did. And in the interrogative form, you are going to use did as a question, okay? Subject plus the verb in simple form as in the negative plus the complement. So this is the way to make sentences. For example, I went to the party last Saturday. It could be I went, my verb in past. But if I said in negative, I'm going to say I didn't go to the party last Saturday. I didn't go. And interrogative, did you go to the party last Saturday? So that's the way that we form it, okay? So let's continue. Also, it's necessary to know the verbs. Remember that verbs are really important. You need to know that there are 2 kinds of verbs, okay? Regular and irregular verbs. So let's practice the regular verbs. What are the regular verbs? These regular verbs are just called like this because they follow the same pattern in the based form and in the regular form, okay? So they follow the same. So what is the only thing that changes? That you are going to add a D or ed at the end of the word, at the end of the verb. So let's see some examples. Here we have spelling rules. So we have the verbs like walk or play. They have the base form. Just you have to add ed or e. Okay, walked, played. For verbs that ends in e, just you add d, liked, moved. For verbs that ends in y, you have to drop the y and add I, okay? And add ed. Example, carry, you drop the y and it forms carried. Study, studied. Then the verbs that ends in a consonant, but before the consonant you have a vowel, you have to double that consonant. Example, plan, plans. stop, stopped. We have here a vowel before the consonant, okay? These are the regular verbs. Now, we go with the irregular verbs. The irregular verbs are those that they don't follow this pattern, okay, of D, ED, or ID, okay? The irregular, they don't follow this pattern. They also known as a strong verb because they form in simple past and past participle changes, okay? The irregular, okay, they don't have a conventional ending ed that I told you, okay? And also in the past and participle form, they are going to change. So let's check. Simple past. Some of the irregular verbs, the most common are this one, okay? The most useful. Give, okay? So, and here we have some examples. To give. We gave her the doll for her birthday. It is affirmative. Negative. They didn't give John their new address. And a question, did Barry give you my passport? So we are practicing the three forms, but not with irregular verbs. The second, to go. He went to a club last night. Question, did he go to the cinema last night? And the next, in negative, he didn't go to bed early last night. To come, my parents came to visit me last July. Negative, we didn't come because it was raining. And the question, did he come to your party last week? So now we are going to have a little quiz, okay, to practice this that we have already reviewed, okay, about simple past. So let's start. So read the questions and choose the right answer, okay? We have question 1. What do we primarily use the past simple tense for, okay? A, to express what will happen. B, to express what did happen. C, to express what didn't happen. And D, to express what should have happened. So what could it be the answer? 2. In which of the following types of sentences do we need the auxiliary verb did to make the past simple tense? In a negative sentence, in an interrogative, in positive, in A and B, negative and interrogative, or B and C, interrogative and positive. So here we go with the answers. I hope so that you were right. So, what do primary use this past simple tense for? To express what did happen, okay? And in this, we are going to use it in the A and B. When we talk about negative and interrogative, we are going to use did, okay? Now, we continue with the number 3, 4, and 5. Select the sentence below that is correct. Here we have, I knew where to go. He didn't study it hard enough, but did watch the cliches. I wish it isn't rainy. Okay, here we have the answer. I knew where to go because it is the correct one, okay? The others are incorrect. Why? Because here we have two past and we cannot use two simple past forms, and wish is not a past form, okay? When does the auxiliary verb did appear in an interrogative sentence that doesn't come question words, okay? So when we are going to use it, immediately before, after the main verb, before the subject, or after the subject. It is pretty simple. When we use did for interrogative sentences, before a subject. Did you? Did she? And number 5, which of the following sentences is not in simple past? Okay, which is not in simple past? It's pretty simple to identify it, okay? What is not in past? Well, You can be sure that he does have a solution in mind. This is the only one that is not in past, okay? So here we have finished. Congratulations. I hope so that you have a clearer, okay? That you have cleared this session of simple past, and remember to practice at home the vocabulary, okay? Thanks and goodbye. See you the next time. Thank you, guys.